So, in the past, we have seen brands like Titleist release a few drivers this time of the year, and then a month or two later, or a few months later, release another one or two drivers. Now, there are some rumors going around that the TaylorMade Sim 2 drivers won't be the only drivers TaylorMade release this year. Now, that would be some huge news. It would certainly be the first time TaylorMade have ever done anything like this, to my knowledge. If you know that they have, comment down below and let me know. But they have stuck to the same structure of driver release dates for the last few years. But there are a lot of rumors going around that the Sim 2 drivers might not be the only drivers coming this year, and there's a few good reasons why they might not be. Now, TaylorMade are starting to do things that they haven't done, to my knowledge, ever before. First of all, some of their clubs are starting to actually get cheaper. Now, this is very different to the trend we have seen for the last 5 or 10 years. Prices have just been going steadily and steadily up, but about 2 years ago they seem to have reached their limit. Last year prices came down a little bit for TaylorMade drivers, and this year they came down again to just under £400. So, is there some room in the TaylorMade lineup of golf clubs to release another driver this year? Well, there's also another reason this could possibly be happening. This is the first year, I think it's for about 8 years, that TaylorMade has not had any movable weight technology in their drivers. Now, if you have watched reviews like Rick Shields' review of the TaylorMade Sim 2 and TaylorMade Sim 2 Max, and some of the others as well, you will note that quite a common topic to do with these drivers at the moment is what's the difference between the two of them? At the moment, there doesn't seem to be a huge disparity between these two drivers. The TaylorMade Sim 2 is supposed to be the kind of more player's driver with a slightly lower spin, and the TaylorMade Sim 2 Max is supposed to be the slightly more forgiving driver with slightly higher launch and higher spin. But it doesn't seem like these two have massive differences. Certainly when Rick Shields tested them, I think he was getting about 100 to 200 RPM difference on spin, which really isn't a lot. He was going about 1,800 to about 2,100-ish RPM difference in spin. So the Sim was about in the 1,800s, and the Sim Max was about the 2,100s. So really small differences. Also, you can't move the weights in either of them, and apparently the head shapes are almost impossible to tell the difference between, which really leads you to believe that there might be room for a different driver. Now, what could this driver be? It could be a much cheaper driver coming out at about the £300 price range, but if they did do this, I don't think that's what it would be. If they did release another driver in 2021, I think it would be more likely to be a £500 plus driver with some other advanced technology in it. Perhaps some movable weight technology, maybe some kind of system that we haven't seen before. I can't imagine them going maybe back to a weight track, but it would be exciting to see maybe some kind of magnetic technology or something really innovative. TaylorMade spends probably the most of any golf brand on their research and development department, and therefore they tend to come out with some of the most advanced technology that we get to see in golf clubs. One thing that surprised me this year, which TaylorMade drivers didn't have is they didn't feature the Arcos smart sensors in the grip like some of the Cobra drivers. That surprised me because while Cobra drivers are exceptionally good, they have been at a much lower price point for the last few years, in the mid 300s, and you know, it's giving us another piece of technology that we don't already have. So it kind of surprised me that TaylorMade didn't do that, as that would have been a really nice bonus to have in these drivers. If they had put it in, we probably would have seen the price rise by about 40 or 50 pounds, I would expect. But it does make you think, if TaylorMade did release another driver in 2021 and packed it full of technology, you know, something absolutely crazy. It doesn't matter if they put it at a super high premium, even if it was some kind of limited edition driver, I could see it doing really well. I could see a lot of people buying it. I could see a lot of, you know, golfers getting excited about it. Remember when TaylorMade released the Moab driver, the mother of all drivers? People still go nuts over those images. It was, of course, just a concept driver, but it would be really cool to see something like that come out. It seems that golf clubs, because they're reaching the legal limit of performance, that there's only really one way to go, and that is to try and keep the performance as high as possible whilst reducing the price. And now there seems to be a bit of a battle in the price department with these golf clubs. We're seeing Callaway, to my knowledge, Callaway and Titleist drivers are the highest priced this year. And then we have, you know, TaylorMade, Cobra, and other brands like Wilson and so on. Even PXG this year has released a £250 driver or something like that, might be even less, which is just crazy when you think they used to be £800 or more. So it's an exciting time in the development of this golf equipment and technology. I don't really know where it's going to go. It'll be really interesting. It seems that certain brands which were at a premium are now dropping way down. It seems other brands are slowly going up or down. So it is really interesting to see. Let me know what you guys think. Will TaylorMade be releasing another driver in 2021? What would it be called? Would it have an all-new name? I would think it would have an all-new name, but it would be really interesting to see. We can only hope it happens, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Of course, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, comment your thoughts down below. I'd love to know what you guys think. Loads more videos coming your way, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. As always, grip it and rip it.